Nikita Dragun was applauded and adored by millions after becoming a trans icon and top influencer who made waves on YouTube by openly sharing her journey as a transgender woman. She called herself the Mother of Dragons and built a brand of self-empowerment and trans awareness. She moved to LA and got her own reality series, was awarded YouTube's Beauty Creator of the Year, launched a lucrative makeup brand called Dragun Beauty, and lived a life of luxury with over 27 million followers across 4 social media platforms. She was asked to star in music videos with celebrities and model in fashion shows. In her own words, she had turned her life into a real-life fantasy. Nikita wasn't afraid to be loud, proud, and unapologetic about who she was and whether or not anyone accepted her, and that's why many gravitated to her. But the life cycle of an influencer is short-lived, and over the span of only 1 decade, Nikita managed to turn that respect and adoration on its head, with her antics causing her to be dropped by her management company, her once loyal fans turning on her, her cosmetics company going out of business, and even landing herself in jail. This is the cautionary tale of Nikita Dragun. Before we begin, a quick word from the sponsor of this video, Delete Me. Let's talk about something creepy: data brokers. Data brokers are corporations that collect huge amounts of personally identifiable information. Things like social security numbers, birthdays, past and recent addresses, and more, and package it all together to sell our personal information to anyone willing to pay, putting us at risk for identity theft or worse. No federal privacy laws for how our data is mined and shared currently exist. And in 2022, the most targeted age group for identity theft were 30 to 39-year-olds. It makes sense when there's so much of our personal information getting shared online without our consent. But trying to remove one's name, age, address, phone number, past addresses, and the names of relatives can be time-consuming and stressful. Instead of spending countless hours finding every website on the internet that contains your private info and submitting requests to get it taken down, get it done in minutes with Delete Me. Delete Me is an amazing service that will not just find and remove your personal information from hundreds of data broker websites, but they'll continuously scan for new data that shows up and get that removed as well. Delete Me searches all the top data broker websites, and on average, they find and remove over 2,000 pieces of personal data for a customer in their first 2 years. To date, they've removed over 100 million pieces of data for their customers. So if you want to get your personal information removed from search results on the web, go to joindeleteme.com/notthegoodgirl. Delete Me is offering 20% off their privacy plans to all my viewers with my code NOTTHEGOODGIRL. Once again, that's joindeleteme.com/notthegoodgirl. Now, back to the video. On January 31st of 1996, Nikita Dragun was born in Belgium, then raised in the U.S. in Springfield, Virginia. Her father served for 28 years, and Nikita proudly comes from a mixed-race background, with her father being Vietnamese and her mother Mexican. Both cultures influenced Nikita's upbringing, along with her 2 sisters and 1 brother. Nikita attended a local high school in Virginia and participated in various extracurricular activities, including art, theater, and music. In 2021, she decided to visit her old stomping grounds while visiting family, and she uploaded this video, writing, quote, "My high school bully is running around my hometown saying we're friends and he knew me before I was famous. No, sir, you and the entire football team were calling me an F-word slur in the hallways. And guess what? I walked with my head high, knowing one day you would be using my name to pick up chicks at a bar." End quote. Nikita has openly stated that while in high school, she wasn't sure about her sexual identity and was still in the process of exploring herself, and it was around this time that she developed a passion for makeup. She decided to share that passion with others, and in 2012 created an account on a 2-year-old app called Instagram. In her bio, she called herself the Mother of Dragons. She said about this time, quote, "I got made fun of often in high school because I was using all of these hashtags and trying in any way possible to get more people to view my page, but I saw the power of likes and followers early." End quote. Wanting to build on that, Nikita created a YouTube channel in 2013. She shared beauty and makeup tips, vlogs, and Q&As. By 2014, she had gained over 50,000 subscribers. In October of that next year, Nikita decided to share a more vulnerable side with her audience when she posted a video titled Male to Female Transformation. This was a big moment for Nikita. The video got over 1 million views, but more than that, she was sharing something she had always kept to herself, and she felt liberated in doing so. Her sub count jumped to over 400,000, and only a couple months later, she shared a video titled I Am Transgender. She cried as she shared with her subscribers about her life events that led her to openly and proudly identifying as a transgender woman.
Hi Dragons, what's up? It's Nick Dragun, and today I'm coming at you with the video. I have a lot of things to explain and a lot of things that I want to explain. Growing up, I legitimately did not know that I was a boy. Of course, I can tell you the normal things like, oh, I played with Barbies, I wore dresses, I did all this stuff. I wanted to do all the girl things, and I wasn't supposed to because I was a boy. And then it wasn't until later where I learned that it was something that I should hide. And I assumed and I put it together with being gay because that's all anyone really knew. No one even talked about being transgendered in that time. People have just started talking about becoming transgendered in this culture of 2015. And this is back in the day of like, not even 2000, the early 2000s. And I think the reason why I'm crying so much and I feel so emotional right now is because I've never really thought about my journey, and I'm at this point right now that I never thought I'd be able to get to. I feel like I have accomplished so much, and this is why I feel so emotional right now, because I'm at that point where I just realized I found myself, and that is the reason why I'm so emotional right now. I'm so happy for myself.
This was a huge moment not only for Nikita, but also for YouTube, as this type of content wasn't shared often. And in a world where LGBTQ people are regularly attacked verbally and or physically for just existing, Nikita was applauded for sharing her journey and helping others in the trans community who might need support, information, and a role model. After graduating from high school, Nikita moved to LA to attend the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in Los Angeles, California. Throughout this, she chose to continue building her influence online and sharing her transition more on YouTube. In January of 2016, she posted a video titled Transgender Q&A, Surgery, Dating, and More. A few videos later, she shared one titled 6-Month Hormone Update, Transgender Male to Female, and even her facial plastic surgery story in 2016. By the end of 2016, her videos were regularly getting millions of views. This was when the YouTube beauty community was at its peak. James Charles' channel was only 2 years old at this point, Jaclyn Hill had just gone brunette, and Jeffree Star was apologizing for being racist.
And I get it, I am a hot topic.
This era was the beginning of Nikita's journey to stardom. With each video and millions of views, she was gradually climbing the ladder of fame and success, jokingly calling YouTube and Instagram her sugar daddies. Her fearless attitude and strong perspective attracted more viewers to her channel. Nikita would also raise social issues around LGBTQ rights and urged her viewers to accept their unique identity. She became an advocate for trans rights, and in 2017, on March 31st, which happens to be International Transgender Day of Visibility, she shared a video with her parents in which they shared their views on Nikita's journey.
Hi everyone, it's Dragun and the Dragun family. Today I have a very, very special video for you guys. What was the biggest challenges for you when you knew that I was transitioning? Like what was the thing that was hard for you to adjust in my transition?
Not hard for me to adjust, but I want to see if mainly your brother accept you who you are. Mm-hmm. Once he accept you who you are and he love you so much, then that's make it easy for me. Mm-hmm. For me as a parent, and of course we had 2 boys and you are his only brothers, if he take it a hard way, then that might be rough on us. Mm-hmm. But he took it as a champ, and Everything went so smooth, and he
Yeah.
become one in your number one supporter.
Yeah.
So that helped a lot. And the rest of my friend or Vietnamese community, I have no issue with that because I can deal with them.
How do you even go about telling someone like your daughter is transgender? Like how does that even come up? Like, because I know it does.
I think it all depends on how they come at me. So if somebody comes in a real place, and our circle of friends are solid through and through, we're really blessed by that. So when they come to me from a good place, I might take them aside if they're in our inner circle and just have a chat with them to update them to your life in the all essence. But if someone, I say, I have 3 daughters and 1 son, that's the easiest and smoothest way, because I do consider you my daughter. But if somebody comes to me in a rude way, or like, oh my gosh, I just found out, your daughter's really transgender. And I just look at them and I decide, am I giving them power or not giving them power? And I always decide I'm not giving them power. It's like, yeah, isn't that great? Isn't that great that she's somebody so confident, so supported by her family, that she is secure in who she is. I don't have to worry about her having suicidal ideations or being in this dark, terrible depression or feeling alone. Like, we don't have to deal with that. And I ultimately, as a parent, that's what I want. I never want one of my children hurt either by society or on their own means, because they're in a dark place.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that we've got your back. We totally support you. We love you. We accept you. Pink, polka dots, stripes, rainbows, or whatever it may be. Always ask all of our children, just be authentic, live your life with honor, honor to yourself and honor to the family. And beyond that,
Be happy.
be happy.
1 year after that video was uploaded, Nikita hit 1 million subscribers in March of 2018. The content in Nikita's videos about being transgender cannot be understated, as many in the trans community have to fight not just social stigma, but also medical stigma. Nikita was fearlessly overcoming challenges and shattering stereotypes. As Nikita's follower count grew, so did the amount of sponsorships she received. One big partnership was with Bellamy Hair, in which she launched 3 synthetic wigs, one named Khaleesi. The wigs were the same style but came in 3 different colors, with each wig costing $160. Each wig was sold in a box with Nikita's dragon-themed branding. At the end of that year, she shared a photo on Instagram holding a picture of herself from high school. In the caption, she reminded people to be careful who they're mean to in high school. In 2018, a man named Ed Razik was the chief marketing officer of Victoria's Secret, and had been since the 1980s. Ed was the one who developed the concept of the Victoria's Secret Angels, and was the creative force behind the annual Victoria's Secret fashion show. While Victoria's Secret had been massively successful for several decades, U.S. culture was changing. Social media was able to highlight more diverse people and causes, like the Me Too movement. As social media users were talking about body positivity and brands were becoming more inclusive, the Victoria's Secret fashion show numbers were falling annually. People just weren't as interested in something that only showed one body type, especially when they could open an app on their phone and easily see somebody like them being represented. In a 2018 interview with Vogue, Ed made comments that would go viral and cause a massive permanent hit to Victoria's Secret. During the interview, he was asked, "Shouldn't you have transsexuals in the show?" Ed replied, No, I don't think we should." When asked why not, Ed stated, quote, "Because the show is a fantasy. It's a 42-minute entertainment special. That's what it is." End quote. When asked about having plus-size models in the show, Ed replied, "We attempted to do a television special for plus sizes in 2000. No one had any interest in it, still don't." But at that time, the year 2000 was almost 2 decades prior, and people were calling for Ed to resign. They asked their friends, family, and followers to boycott Victoria's Secret. Online, women were sharing what intimate brands they liked that were inclusive of all bodies, as they wanted to give their hard-earned money to a brand with diverse representation. This is when Nikita decided to make a big statement. She filmed a video in which she dressed as a Victoria's Secret angel and posted the video on Twitter, writing, quote, "Dear Victoria's Secret, you said trans women can't sell the fantasy, so here I am as a trans woman selling the fantasy. Everyone is beautifully unique. Embrace your differences. Stand tall in who you are. Live your fantasy and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. End quote. The video gained over 15 million views on Instagram alone, and it received immense support from followers and social media influencers, applauding her for taking a stand. The following day, Nikita posted to her Instagram, writing, quote, "Thank you everyone for your love and support. I would have never imagined this kind of response. This is not a hate campaign, but instead, proof that any woman, trans or not, is a fantasy. Be your own angel." End quote. In a statement posted to the company's Twitter, Ed apologized for being insensitive. 8 months later, Victoria's Secret finally hired their first transgender model, but the damage was done, and Ed Razek stepped down from the company. Nikita's unabashed desire to express herself and stand up for trans rights brought more prominent brands to her doorstep. That same year, she worked with Shoe Dazzle, Tinder, Anastasia of Beverly Hills, Missguided, Morphe, and more. With Morphe, she launched a lipstick collection of shades named Love, Tease, Steamy, Dominate, and Morphe. She now had over 2 million YouTube subscribers and was truly coming into her own. All the photo shoots, videos, and putting herself out there was paying off. At the time, Nikita's loyal fans probably had no idea the person they found so empowering, kind, and relatable was going to drastically change as her fame, money, and influence continued to grow. In 2018, Nikita was invited to be in Season 3 of a YouTube original series called Escape the Night. IMDb states the show is about a cursed YouTuber who finds himself guiding a number of invited social media personalities into solving puzzles and voting one another off to survive the night and not be slain by various monsters and evils. Nikita was cast as the troublemaker. Several other popular YouTubers were cast as well.
I have a letter for you.
Bitch, where's my burger? I did not order this. I mean, honestly, should I just tell the whole group that I'm not naturally a blonde? Do I have some kind of dating app on or something? Where are all these hunky men coming out of?
While Nikita was flying high, drama was brewing. In 2019, an argument happened amongst YouTubers Tati Westbrook, James Charles, and Jeffree Star. The feud was later named Dramageddon 2.0. It all began when James Charles posted a clip on his Instagram promoting the vitamin brand Sugar Bear Hair. This angered Tati Westbrook because Sugar Bear Hair is a competitor of her brand Halo Beauty. She felt James had betrayed her. On May 10th, Tati posted a video on her channel titled Bye Sister, accusing Charles of numerous allegations, including predatory behavior towards straight men. She also blamed him for being a bad role model and manipulating someone's sexuality. Jeffree Star supported Tati's claims, calling them 100% true, and stated that his boyfriend Nathan had banned James from coming to their home, calling him a danger to society. After the accusations, James uploaded a video titled No More Lies and explained that he promoted Sugar Bear Hair in exchange for a VIP artist pass at Coachella, which helped him enter a secure section without being surrounded by fans. He also said he was disappointed in himself and apologized to Tati and her husband. While the drama was already at its peak, Nikita stepped in to defend James, saying he was getting swarmed by fans and felt unsafe, so he asked if he could get a VIP pass. She didn't have any extra, so she connected him with Sugar Bear Hair, who did. She even shared screenshots of hers and James' messages, showing evidence of her involvement. These screenshots showed James asking her for extra passes from Sugar Bear Hair in exchange for a post on his Instagram story. This feud ended in followers' confusion about which beauty YouTuber was telling the truth, leading to many unsubscribing to their channels. 2019 was a big year for Nikita. She created her brand Dragun Beauty, which she called the first trans-owned beauty brand for trans people and all people. In March of that year, Dragun Beauty launched, with Nikita writing on her Instagram, quote, "Once upon a time there was a princess locked away waiting for her Prince Charming, waiting for the world to accept her. They told her lies to limit her power and steal it away from her. But then she finally realized she had the power all along. She isn't the princess that needs saving. She's the dragon." End quote. A Dragun Beauty promotional video was uploaded on YouTube. Please note, I've changed the music for copyright reasons. Nikita hyped up this launch as something revolutionary to the beauty industry and also something that would be flattering for all skin shades. It was anything but. When the product was released, the packaging was a giant egg she called the Dragon Egg Transformation Kit that featured 2 beauty products inside for $105. Those 2 products were a color corrector and 2 face powders. Sold separately, the color corrector went for $25, the compact of 2 powders went for $35, and Nikita called the rhinestone egg a collector's item. But fans were completely underwhelmed and voiced criticism that the shades were anything but universal. Nikita doubled down that everything was universal and uploaded a video of the Dragon Beauty powders on different skin tones. While she tried to play it off, followers told her the powder looked chalky and gray on the darkest skin tone, which was apparent to anyone with vision. Unbothered by the criticism, Nikita carried on. Only 3 months after the Dragon Beauty launch, Nikita posted that not too long ago she had graduated from the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. What degree she actually received has been a topic of debate, however. In Nikita's Instagram caption, she wrote, "Uneducated, dropout, beauty but no brains, don't know her. Not too long ago, I strutted across stage to receive my bachelor's in beauty, business, and marketing. I attended school full-time when I moved to LA, and trust me when I say everyone was not expecting me to finish. I was living a Hannah Montana lifestyle, going to class by day and living my internet princess fantasy at night. I never shared who I really was or what I did. Sometimes they would even present on beauty influencers/me, not knowing I was sitting in class. Once they found out, people became vicious, thinking I was stuck up or I had an advantage. There were so many times I wanted to quit, but I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. Despite what everyone else said, I ended up graduating first in my class, and now only a year later created my own successful beauty company." But not long after this post, a classmate of Nikita's named Weston posted a video to YouTube in which they stated that Nikita's classmates absolutely knew who she was, and that they always tried to make her feel welcome and accepted, but it was Nikita who didn't want anything to do with them unless she was running behind on an assignment or needed help with homework. Weston, who graduated with a bachelor's from FIDM, claimed that not only was Nikita never studied as a beauty influencer in their class, but she lied about graduating first in class and about earning a bachelor's degree. Nikita had only completed the 2-year FIDM program, and she had completed it 2 years before that post. Weston went on to state that when Nikita's classmates tried to comment on her post that she had earned an associate's degree, their comments were deleted and they were blocked.
She only did the associate's program. I know Miss Nikita wanted to make everyone believe that she did the bachelor's program, but no, she did not. Okay, so basically back to the side story. So going to school with Nikita, obviously being in a beauty major, we were all excited to have this girl in our program. You know, she was a huge beauty influencer, so this was exciting and cool for us to go to school with someone like that. So obviously all of us in the program were excited. We wanted to be friends with her. And even though she was a little standoffish with a lot of us, we still really wanted to make her feel welcomed. And like, just because she was an influencer or whatever, we didn't want her to feel any different, and we wanted her to really feel included. So we would always help her with her homework, her projects. Even a lot of the girls I know in the program would help her with quizzes. Now, she definitely would always say things like, let's be friends. Like, she got our phone numbers, obviously made us feel like we were gonna be friends and things like that. And she just wanted our phone numbers to help this girl pass her program. I attended school full-time when I moved to LA, and trust me when I say everyone was not expecting me to finish. I was living a Hannah Montana lifestyle, going to class by day and living my internet princess fantasy at night. I never shared who I really was or what I did. Girlfriend, we all know who you were. Like, who are you fooling with this? This just kills me. Sometimes they would even present on beauty influencers / me, not knowing I was sitting in class. Okay, we did present on beauty influencers in our program, but we never once presented on Nikita. We all know who you were, so I don't know where you're going with that one. But anywho, once they found out who I was, people became vicious, thinking I was stuck up or I had an advantage. I don't really know who became vicious. If anyone became vicious, it was you all coming for us, kind of demanding us to give you your homework and help you with quizzes and projects because you were never really at school and always like freaking out last minute to get your stuff done. But that is not my business. There were so many times I wanted to quit, but I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. Despite what everyone else said, I ended up graduating first in my class and now only a year later created my own successful beauty company. Well, I can all tell you for one, she did not graduate first in class. I made a post on this because a lot of my friends were tagging me in this and saying things like, did we see this? Saying she got there first in line, and you know, we really helped her, so it was just kind of all for show, and basically we just felt really used because in our program it was very small and we kind of were all like a sisterhood and all in here to help each other out, which of course I'm so happy for her that she has this successful beauty line. But girl, don't screw over and be blocking people and treating people badly who helped you get there.
When Nikita was questioned about this by Philip DeFranco, she claimed that when she said she graduated first in class, she meant she was the first in her class to walk the stage. Philip did not question her on whether or not she got a bachelor's degree. Not long after her graduation post, Nikita hit 5 million followers on Instagram, surpassing her subscriber count on YouTube by millions. Nikita carried on with life as usual.
Hello? Hello? Can I just buy your order? Okay, so can I get 3 Baja Blast?
Yeah, I need you to be in a car.
Does you want me to sit inside of the car?
You need to be in a car. I cannot serve any pedestrians.
So you want me to sit inside of this car right here?
That's not up to me.
Do you mind if I sit in your car?
Blue, we have watermelon strawberry.
To the window. Taco Bell, I live for you and I understand your pedestrian policies, but a bitch just wants a Baja Blast. Can a bad bitch just get a Baja Blast? Like, that's just it. Oh my God. Bad bitch come correct. Baja Blast for bad bitches only. Hear ye, hear ye.
In July of 2019, she was featured in Iggy Azalea's music video, Fuck It Up, and she was also featured on the cover of Gay Times. Nikita's star was rising. But then things started to get weird. In a now-deleted video from 2018 titled I Hired a Boyfriend for a Day, Nikita featured a man named Michael Yerger, the hired boyfriend.
Hi Dragons, what's up? It's Nikita. Welcome back to my channel. You guys probably aren't really paying attention to me, but I just wanted to introduce you to my boyfriend for the day. So this is Michael. I found him on Craigslist.
Not supposed to say.
I know, right? DMs, Craigslist. We actually linked on each other via WoW, World of Warcraft, like Venmo. Anyway, so pretty much I wanted to hire a boyfriend today because I feel like, you know what? Boys are just a little crazy. Like, you know, sometimes they're like literally crazy. Sometimes they're psychopaths, sometimes they're narcissistic, sometimes they're a little like wild. So like, you know, in this new day and age, like why don't you just hire a boyfriend? I mean, I feel like at this point, like all relationships are kind of a little bit fake.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely.
Yeah, right? People just like pose for the likes and just like do the most. So, I mean, I've been in a couple fake relationships once or 3 times. So like what's like another time?
Michael had been featured on season 36 of Survivor Ghost Island and was living in LA booking gigs as a model and actor. But he wasn't just hired for one day as Nikita's boyfriend. For about a year, Nikita featured Michael all over her social media and in her YouTube videos, specifically one titled Boyfriend Q&A in a Lambo.
Hi Dragons, what's up? It's Nikita and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are driving around in a Lambo, delivering some eggs. Took a good 9 months to develop some eggs with Daddy Dragun here.
At Malcolm Harlan says, favorite physical quality excluding face. So you could pretty much just say favorite part of the body, I guess is what he's asking.
Oh my God. Wait, can I start? I actually have I have a good one.
Okay.
I love Michael's nipples.
My nipples?
They're so little.
I know, they are little. You don't have to make fun of my little nipples.
No, but I love them. They're so cute.
Yeah, they're tiny.
They're
little
cute.
I'm definitely more of an ass guy.
Okay.
Yeah, we go there.
Oh, we're going there?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
No, I'm just like, okay, cool. Everyone's like, Michael's dick.
That's what they were waiting
fucking
for.
want.
That's what they were waiting for.
Favorite part, love that.
How did you and Nikita meet?
We have 2 separate stories on how we met. 2 different recollections.
So at the Moschino show last fall, I think it was, the after party, where was that at?
I don't even
No
know
Vacancy.
what place.
I think it was at No Vacancy, yeah.
Okay.
At No Vacancy, this little queen walks up and was like, hey, are you... you must have asked me, are you that guy from the elevator?
Yeah, do you not remember what I first said?
No, I remember that.
Wait. Give me like the first impression. Like I walk up, what goes through your head?
I remember you had the whole white wig going on and like a bright, shiny outfit. And I was like, who the hell is this? And, you know, one thing led to another. Then we, did a video shortly after. And the rest is history.
Okay, so this is how it really went down. So I'm like running out of the house. I get in the elevator. I live on the top floor, and then it stops 1 floor down. And it was like midday to paint the scene.
Okay.
And then this like tall motherfucker is like in the door frame of the elevator. It like opens up, and I was like, and like inside I was probably like, but then on the outside I was probably like,
yeah.
Then a couple days later, I went to the party and then I saw you and I was like, oh my God, that's the guy from the elevator, like making the biggest thing. I approached him and I was just like, hey, like I think I saw you in the elevator the other day. And then he's like, no, right? I think you were like,
I've been in a lot of elevators.
Yeah. I was like, yo, give me them digits.
So how much did you pay him to be your boyfriend?
$5.99.
I straight up got emails and DMs for like months asking me like, are you available for rent? I have prom, I have a wedding, I have this, that, whatever. Dead ass serious.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus, look at what you did to me, Nikita.
Everyone was fully convinced that I full on hired Michael. I mean, I think like we're both pretty sarcastic, I feel. Yeah. And like I just don't understand how people don't get that. And like we were obviously were making a joke out of it. I would never hire someone to be my boyfriend. It was just a really great video title.
Yeah.
Then, on Michael's birthday on July 23rd of 2019, she posted a video titled, I Got My Heart Broken. In the video, she claimed that although she used to be so vulnerable with her audience, it was really difficult to do so now, but she felt she would be doing them a disservice if she didn't. In the video, she claims it was hard to put herself out there as a trans woman who has never had a real relationship because she wasn't confident enough in herself. She claimed that she and the guy had gotten physical a few times, and she thought it could be real and safe to be more vulnerable with him. She said he asked her what she wanted, and she replied, you, I want you, but also told him she knew people were leaving terrible things on his social media about being with a trans woman, and that he might have to deal with judgmental family members, and she understood if he didn't want to take that on. She claimed he said he didn't care what the world was going to say and wanted to be with her. But she goes on about how it all eventually just became a business transaction to him, which was a red flag for her, and she thought maybe he's in it to clout chase. She said because of this, they had a big fight, but were able to move on from it and their relationship was at an all-time high, like a fantasy. Nikita used the word fantasy over and over again. But then, after flying high, she claimed she saw him with another girl on one of his snaps, saying, quote, like I was never stupid, like I knew he was talking to someone and I actually just knew who it was. Like I knew that it was this other girl and it was I felt like between me and this other girl. And it was this feeling of like, here's this girl and she's like all American, like normal, chill, like, regular life. And here I am, this crazy wild fantasy, so extra on top of everything else that I embody and stuff. And I just felt like it was an internal battle between me and this other girl, which I hate. Like even in this moment, like I'm not sitting here bashing this girl because like I'm not about that. And I'm not ever going to be about that. End quote. After Nikita released that video on his birthday, Michael posted to his stories, quote, I think it's time for me to share a bit about my perspective and side of this story on how this whole mess came to be. Mine and this person's relationship started abruptly and changed my life more quickly than you could have ever imagined. There kept being temptations thrown in my face like exposure, fame, and money, and I received all three, but not by any wrongdoing or ill will. In fact, quite the opposite. She knew what she was offering me and she knew what she was wanting from me. She approached me at the bar, she asked me to be in her YouTube videos, She booked jobs through my modeling agency, and she would ask for me to take photos with her. While I found it quite generous of her to be giving me exposure and recognition, I never asked for it from her. Except for that fight she mentioned, which was the most relaxed conversation, by the way, she kept booking me. Her manager is my agent's partner, and she kept me consistently in her life for project after project with bigger incentives to come back each time. Let it be known that my life was changing for the better at this point. A few tags from her and she was opening up doors for me left and right. I pretty much got brought out of the woodwork from her fake boyfriend idea, and she was all for forging that image of us. I don't know Hollywood well at this point, and I assume that this is a normal thing to do to find successes in the industry, and I thought nothing of it. Until I started getting uncomfortable when the videos required more touching or kissing or dancing. I slowly let myself do more and more, and it branded me to be a person I didn't feel like I was. The worst was when we did a quote boyfriend Q&A, where her fans could ask questions about us. Half the questions were either too sexual or too false for me to read. There were cameras filming and so much pressure to answer those questions, as if I and her were really an item. When we had that conversation on her balcony, I asked her what she wanted because I honestly wanted to know. Was she wanting me to fully fake being her boyfriend and fabricate this fantasy that she desires so badly? Was she wanting me to sleep with her? What was she wanting? So she said, you. And I told her that I liked her as a person and had an insane amount of respect for her courage and utter boldness to accomplish all that she has. I didn't mean, I like you and am interested in you. I said this would be a new thing for me and I'm not sure how to feel about it and that I would take it a day at a time. She kept increasing the pressure by luring me in with the lifestyle and celebrity circle and weakened my sense of judgment. As our relationship became more social, going to events and parties, there naturally came to be more drinking and partying. She would intentionally invite me to things after we would wrap our YouTube videos and projects for her company campaign. Or, better yet, we would start the day at her apartment by having call time there so my car would be at her building, and when we got home, I would be stuck there. Her team would always rush out of her apartment quickly after arriving so that we would be left alone. I would make excuses as to what modeling jobs I had the next day when sometimes I had none. It was such constant strategic social gameplay that I hadn't even seen on Survivor. I felt like I couldn't back away because I would get attacked by an army of her followers who would accuse me for being fake, when truly, I promise you, I'm just a friendly and nice person. I was torn because I got thrown into an industry of likes and followers after being on reality TV, and I saw it as an opportunity to change things in my life. But I never chased after it because I'm not a user, I'm not a faker, and I'm definitely not a cheater." End quote. Some fans were against Michael for not taking accountability and leading Nikita on, and some thought it was pathetic that Nikita hired a fake boyfriend to show off online and then caught feelings for him, and others felt the truth was probably somewhere in the middle. But this wouldn't be the last time Nikita would mention Michael. She dragged him into more drama the following month in August of 2019 when she arrived at the VMAs with 3 models wearing leashes. Among these 3 models, one was black, and this caused a stir on social media. With the United States' history of slavery, many condemned her for putting a black man in chains. Michael wasn't one of these men, but Nikita implied he was the reason she took 3 men to the VMAs when she wrote in an Instagram caption, quote, "Put a finger down if your ex spread a rumor that he was a hired boyfriend when y'all were really fucking on the low, but he was too insecure to be in a relationship with a trans girl. So when the VMAs hit you up 3 days before the show, you decided to make a statement by walking and hiring 3 boys across the red carpet in front of every celebrity imaginable, inspired by Snoop Dogg, and ended up making the most controversial and talked about moments of the 2019 MTV VMAs and will forever be known as the girl who walked men on diamond leashes." End quote. Nikita wasn't wrong, as Snoop Dogg did walk 2 women on leashes at the VMAs in 2003 and didn't receive the criticism she did. But had everyone had access to social media in 2003, he just might have. Nikita never apologized and in typical Nikita fashion, moved on to her second Dragon Beauty launch, the face palette. As she posted photos to hype up the launch, she shared one of her and her mom looking at her first pop-up shop that was soon to open. She shared how the amount of time she's been told no or that she couldn't do something was too many to count, and even being told that trans women can't sell the fantasy. But look at her now. 2 days before launch, she posted this photo and wrote the following caption that stated, "When I was 18, I had my first surgery. 8 hours later, after a brow bone shave, hairline lowering, rhinoplasty, jawline shave, and muscle removal, my new life was about to start. Facial feminization surgery. This was actually the inspiration behind the packaging of my face palette. As gruesome as it seems, it was so beautiful to me. In my mind, it was like a cocoon wrapped up in surgical bandages about to be a butterfly. I've been honest about this journey in hopes that my experience could help someone. I know the internet loves to poke fun of me for being plastic, so I took that and made it my own. I'm proud of who I am and even more proud of who I was. The exterior might have changed over the years, but my desire to be the woman I've always wanted to be has remained the same." The product was a face palette for contouring, blush, and highlighting. It featured only 2 shades for each, cost $45, and Nikita claimed once again that it was universal. Fans weren't very excited about the face palette, as some said that once again, there was nothing groundbreaking or revolutionary about the product as Nikita had promised. Others said it was too expensive for what little you get. Nikita's YouTube product reveal video has since been deleted. She closed out 2019 by heading to YouTube's Streamy Awards. 5 years after she came out as transgender on her YouTube channel, she was awarded the Beauty Creator of the Year award.
Nikita!
I guess I can speak on behalf of all of us in the beauty community. I think there's been a lot of attention in this past year, but I know going forward, we're all wanting to take a step in the right direction, get back to what it's really about, just beauty. For me, obviously, being a little boy from Springfield, Virginia, 5 years ago, and sharing my journey, being a proud trans woman, and now... Thank you so much. You know, a bad bitch get awards too, okay?
Nikita had some ups and downs along the way and did several things that made her followers give her side eye, but they believed she was a good person who had inspired and empowered many, and nobody could deny her success. But Nikita's behavior in 2020 and beyond changed how people saw her, with many turning against her. In the beginning of 2020, almost a year after Dragon Beauty was created, Nikita starred in a Snapchat original show titled Nikita Unfiltered. The show's premise was Nikita was looking for love as she went on multiple dates with a variety of men.
I turned my online persona into an empire and I became famous almost overnight. I have everything. I have followers, I have likes, but what's to have all this stuff if I can't share it with somebody? Do you ever think that because we're trans, we can't find love? You stopped loving me when I transitioned?
No, I loved you more.
It's a lot to take in to have my friends, all of a sudden have feelings for me. I've never really failed at anything before, and I think this might be the first.
Do you feel like this is one of your biggest dreams?
It's my only dream. The more extravagant the life has become, the harder it has been to maintain my personal relationships. For someone to ghost you, I feel is just the worst feeling. Take the mic off me now.
Cut it out and get it together.
It's do I want to love? Do I want to face rejection? We're just gonna have to find out.
It scored a 2.5 on IMDb. Then, in the beginning of the pandemic, Dragon Beauty released Dragon Glass Matte Liquid Lipstick. Nikita claimed she spent years working on the formula only to have it finally ready. She showed video of herself filling tubes of it in the lab, in which she wrote on Instagram she couldn't believe how well her business was doing and that she loved being a CEO. But by July of 2020, Nikita was back in controversy when she posted her newest product on Instagram, a Mexican Catholic prayer candle depicting Nikita as a saint, and underneath her photo it read Patron Saint of Pussy Stunt. Nikita received a strong backlash from the Catholic community who felt she was disrespecting their religion. As usual, Nikita ignored the pleas of her followers and critics, and instead posted a tweet boasting that the candles were snatched up in only 3 minutes. She urged her customers to light them up and drop some love if they'd like to see more candles. She ended the tweet with #SoldOut. Nikita never apologized for this, but it would just be one of the many things she never acknowledged or apologized for. As if this wasn't enough drama for her, she jumped into another controversy when she refused to stay in one place during a deadly pandemic. She attended several parties, one being a birthday party at the Hype House. While several of the influencers who had been at the party later apologized after receiving criticism, Nikita doubled down, saying she was only there decorating the top floor of the Hype House and the only people who were there already lived there. This, however, was not a factual statement. By fall of 2020, Nikita launched a Dragun Beauty artistry eyeshadow palette and brush set in collaboration with Morphe. The palette featured a variety of bright colors, including shimmers and mattes, and the promo, as shown here, featured Nikita playing a video game and being in one. In an interview with Glossy that same year, Nikita called Dragun Beauty a multi-million-dollar brand. It's been reported that Dragun Beauty's gross revenue was $2 million in its first year and $5 million the next. She also shared a sweet video of her parents going to their local mall to see her product and support her. In January of 2021, while many in the United States were struggling to pay their bills after being furloughed or terminated from their jobs for close to a year, Nikita posted photos of her brand new Corvette, which she called her childhood dream and early birthday present. She stated she paid for the Corvette in full and posed on it wearing her Bad Bitch merch. A few days later, she announced her Dragun Beauty birthday collection. In this promo video, she shows off 3 Dragon Glass lip glosses and an eyeshadow palette. Her followers seemed excited to support her until a few days later. Social distancing was still mandated in January of 2021, but Nikita threw herself a party for her 25th birthday at her LA home. She invited YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram influencers, including Tana Mojo, Patrick Starr, Lair, and many more. At the entrance of her party, Nikita's party planner created a vagina-shaped door for guests to enter through. Footage released from the party also showed Tana and Patrick Starr kissing. Nikita and everyone in attendance faced criticism from their followers and other influencers for flouting COVID protocols. Nikita's only response to this was to say all her guests were tested. Whether it was because of people getting tired of Nikita's actions and refusal to take accountability, or because people were more into skincare than makeup in 2021, it was later reported that Dragun Beauty sales dropped that year to only $1 million in revenue, down from $5 million the previous year. Soon after her birthday party, Nikita uploaded this promo for her Bad Bitch merch line. She also was getting ready for the premiere of Nikita Unfiltered Season 2. This would be the last season to air. Near Mother's Day, Nikita released a Mother's Day collection with her mom called Late Bloomer. It was around this time that Nikita, at the time of this recording, uploaded her last video to YouTube in June of 2021. She didn't give a reason for no longer posting to YouTube, as she was still pulling in millions of views. Her last video was of her getting her makeup done by Ariel, a celebrity makeup artist. Around this time, she posted on Instagram a photo of her and a police officer. The caption stated, "Not the first time I've been in handcuffs. I asked the police officer what I could do to get arrested because my glam looked sickening, and I've always wanted a celeb mugshot. Also, my Uber was taking forever and ever and ever. He said he didn't want to do the paperwork." This post wouldn't age well. That same month, she posted a photo of her baby niece. In the caption, she stated she thanked God for giving her the role of godfather. She then made a sexist statement saying that she didn't want to be called a godmother because, quote, "I told my family that godmother makes me sound like an old fairy lady, but godfather makes me sound like a boss," end quote. Nikita continued posting her usual and visited New York in September, but her list of controversies kept increasing. That same month, she uploaded a now-deleted music video titled Dick on Instagram. In the video, she showed screenshots of celebrities and others who texted or privately messaged her. One from Kylie Sonique, a transgender woman, Michael Yerger, the rapper Tyga, and others. She also claimed that she was the first trans pop star. Nikita was slammed for showing private celebrity messages and calling herself the first trans pop star. For many of her followers and critics, this was a new low. Nikita deleted the video, but made no statement. In November of 2021, she revealed that she was dealing with mental health struggles and was considering stepping away from the internet. Stepping away from the internet didn't happen, but the following month, she shared in a now-deleted Instagram caption that she was kicked out of her family's home on Thanksgiving and picked up by the cops and involuntarily administered to a psychiatric hospital. She said she was detained for 8 days and that she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Nothing more was said by Nikita about the family incident or her diagnosis, but in April of 2022, she announced her new Amazon radio show titled Dear Dragon. In interviews with different media outlets, she described the live show as an immersive ASMR experience with meditative elements. Nikita said she was in a position of rebirth and having a new chapter in her life. She went on to say, quote, "I think I've kind of collected all the amazing things, the ups and the downs, and really have taken a moment to actually pause for a second and check in with myself and really figure out where I want to head and where I want to go and grow as a person. Obviously, I've done a lot and I've experienced a lot, but I think I have so much more to grow as a person, so much more to do. So I think that's what's amazing about this radio show, is that it's really about my life unfiltered, no rules attached, kind of really authentic, just whatever's on my mind kind of problem." End quote. Amazon was running a beta test with Nikita's show for their new at the time live audio service called AMP, but AMP was discontinued only 1 year later. Halfway through 2022 and with a new haircut, Nikita shared she was hunting for an apartment in New York City. She shared video of her mother with her as well. This was the first time she had featured anyone in her family since the Thanksgiving incident. Nikita called NYC a fresh new start in her life, and while she was certainly living it up, it was now August and Nikita hadn't posted about Dragon Beauty on her personal social accounts all year long. This same month, the Dragon Beauty Instagram posted a photo asking their followers if the brand should create singles from the face palette. It wasn't long before Dragon Beauty followers began complaining that products weren't being restocked. Nikita never announced anything about Dragon Beauty, nor did the brand reply to customers about these concerns. But that fall, she walked in runway shows, dined with Nepo baby Dan Bilzerian, flashed some cash, dressed up as Mystique for Halloween, and traveled to Brazil. Dragon Beauty customers soon began complaining about shipping problems and that their products were taking too long to receive. But by November, trouble was brewing. Nikita walked into one of her worst controversies that would soon change her life forever when she went to Miami and stayed at the Good Time Hotel. It was reported that between the hours of 3 and 5 p.m., she was seen walking around the pool completely naked. Hotel security guards told her that wasn't allowed. Instead of getting dressed, she threw a drink in the face of one of the hotel employees and then proceeded to walk naked through one of the hotel lounges and up to the bar, where again she was told this was not allowed. After that, Nikita went to her room and turned on loud music. Around 6 p.m., hotel staff had had enough of her antics and called the Miami Beach police, telling them she had been causing a disturbance for quite some time. This footage is from the police body cam, which shows them entering the hotel and speaking with the same employee Nikita threw a drink on. Police accompany hotel staff up to Nikita's room. While in the elevator, they tell the employee to go ahead and knock on her door and say whatever he needs to say to Nikita in front of them. But Nikita refuses to open the door to hotel staff. Finally, after the police knock and announce their presence, she opens the door and innocently asks if everything is okay. The officer says, obviously not. The hotel staffer then calmly tells her they've come to talk to her about the incident from earlier, and this is where Nikita interrupts him and tells him he isn't allowed to talk to her. She then points at the officer and instructs him to come over to her. The officer doesn't move. The hotel employee continues to try to speak to her, but gets interrupted when Nikita asks him, "Are you sorry?" The employee says he's not sorry for anything because she threw water on him. This is when Nikita then hisses at him and shuts the door. The police turn to the employee and begin discussing what the hotel would like them to do, what the objective is. This is when Nikita opens the door with a bottle of water and asks the employee if he wants some more. The officer instantly tells Nikita, "Don't you do that. If you do that, you're going to jail." While staring at the officer, Nikita threw the water on the employee. She gets promptly arrested and then starts getting argumentative with the officers. soon after throwing herself down to the floor.
Security. Security and law enforcement here, ma'am. We just want to speak to you.
Are you decent?
Miami Beach Police. Miami Beach Police. We need to talk to you. Open the door, please.
Is everything okay?
Obviously not. We'd have to. They have to talk to you about the disturbance from earlier.
Oh my gosh.
And I understand you felt
What
earlier.
happened?
Nothing happened. But we just came here to speak to you about your incident from earlier.
You don't speak to me.
We want to let you know,
Yes?
as a collective,
Are you sorry?
I'm not sorry for anything.
Oh.
For you threw water on me, man. All right. That's cool. I'm not gonna go back and forth with this.
What would you guys like us to do?
The next complaint I get about her,
Do you guys want her
the
out?
person, I'm gonna. If we
Did I not
get,
put you out? Do you want
if we get
more?
one more complaint,
Don't do that. You're gonna go to jail if you do that.
If you get, see what I'm saying? This is
Don't do that.
Time,
Don't do
dog.
that.
Oops.
Come here.
Come on. Oh no. Oops. Hi. I have some answers. I'm sure.
Don't move.
Go ahead. Oh, it's hot. Will you take pictures of this now? Oh no. I'm not.
Oh, trust me.
But.
Please face forward.
Water hit me too, by the way.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, I didn't.
You didn't like getting wet? Then stand out of the way.
I was out of the way.
Okay. Well then, don't let a fucking motherfucker ever step to me.
Please don't do that. There's no need for that.
Oh.
There is no need to act the way you're acting right now.
What's the way I'm acting?
Okay?
At the end of the day.
Let go of this. Let go of this.
Please.
Let go of this.
Say please. Say please.
You're gonna escalate this.
No, I'm not. Let's go.
For absolute no reason.
Where's escalating?
Listen to me.
Yes.
We're giving you a lawful order.
Okay.
You are under arrest.
Okay, great.
We're asking you to let go of that.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm not going to. Take it from me.
Okay. You understand that you're under arrest?
Yeah, that's fine. Take it from me. Take my bag from my hands. Take the bag from my hands.
Don't do that.
I'm not. Okay, then
Don't
take
do
it.
that.
Okay.
There's no need for that. Don't do that.
Oh.
You do not have to do that. What are you doing?
Can you please let go of the bag?
What are you doing?
I got you. How much longer we gotta do this shit? I'm only responding to the gays and the girls. What?
Please let go of your bag.
No. Don't make me ask somebody to smite your ass. But
Please don't do that.
Silencio. Leon. Silencio. 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 Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, I fell.
Please get up.
No, oh my god, I fell. I think I'm gonna have to be carried.
Please get up.
Oh my god, I fell. From the fuck God.
154, we're gonna have one in custody.
When
Can
rain
you have
drops
Sierra
down
1033 respond to the QTA
down
10 minutes at the lobby?
from the sky. The day,
Female as
oh my
well.
god.
And a female unit as well. Right back now. Ma'am, can you get up? Thank you.
The devil who's inside. Thank you guys for at least letting me get ready for my mugshot. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna stop resisting, but let me just. Does someone have my hat?
I put it back in your room.
Oh, it's okay. You guys know? Come on, let's go. Come on. Somebody to go. Oh, what is it?
1079. 400. 9
Stop doing that.
I never got any complaints. Amen.
After the arrest, while waiting to be processed, Nikita was alone in the holding room with a female officer. Nikita asked the officer if she had a boyfriend or girlfriend. The officer said no. Nikita responds that with the power the officer holds, it must be hard for her to date. Nikita responds that dating must be hard for the officer considering all the power she has. The officer tells her yes, it's very difficult. Nikita then asks her, "Do you feel like you burn everything you touch?" The officer replies, "No, why would I feel like that?" Nikita says, "I don't know, just because of this lifestyle, the long hours and stuff." The officer then asks her name and is shocked to find out Nikita Dragun is in her holding room. Nikita later turns around and begins singing. Later, she turns around and looks at the officer, who asks if she was okay. Nikita dismisses her with a wave of the hand and then starts yelling about being transgender and saying, "God knew, God knew." It's unknown if Nikita had any alcohol or substances in her body, but she was clearly not in a healthy state. She then starts mouthing off to the officer, who says, "I don't know why you're acting like this. I haven't done shit to you." Nikita then starts rattling off all the plastic surgery she thinks the officer needs, stating, quote, "A nose job, boob job, lipo, under chin lipo. Damn girl, you thick girl, but not even in a good way. You're built like a brick." End quote. This is when the officer snaps back, "At least mine is real." Nikita replied, "Mine feels real and God loves." The officer cut her off and says, "Yours is not real." Nikita states, "But guess what? They all want to fuck it." The officer tells her that's personal and she doesn't judge how Nikita wants to live her personal life. Nikita says, "Oh, you're being so mean to a trans girl. I can't believe you as a fucking woman are not going to validate my womanhood." This is when they get into an argument and go back and forth, with the officer telling her, "You're the one who started it." Nikita then begins acting like she wants to fight the officer, telling her, "Sit the fuck down. You're challenging my womanhood. Let's go. You're challenging my womanhood." The officer asks, "How am I challenging your womanhood?" Nikita yells at the officer saying, "Come here now." And then, "Oh, you want to hide? You want to hide?" This next part is where Nikita yells out the most cringeworthy thing when she summons Daenerys Targaryen and yells out, "I have a fucking army at my disposal. Dracarys. I am unburnt. Try me." But the officer tells her, "Girl, this is not Game of Thrones."
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Don't be mad once you see that he got it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Oh, 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 oh. Do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend? No. Or did you date with the power you have?
It's very difficult.
Men are so fucking weak, bro. I'm sure you don't even have to fry a piece of the heat that you could put on for the girl. Mm-hmm. That's funny though. Do you feel like you burn everything you touch though?
No. Why would I feel like that?
I don't know, just because you know this lifestyle, you know, you work long hours and you know. Whatever, dude.
What's your name?
The fucking Supreme.
What's your name?
Nikita Dragun. Supreme, Serena, Princessa, Virgin Zakria.
Nikita Dragun.
Yes, ma'am.
Like the Nikita Dragun?
Yes, ma'am. Breathe fire, my dragons. That's why I like you. I like fire. I like fire because it's okay. I like the water. No, wait. Yeah, can I just pull this out? It's just
Why? You put them on already.
No, my feet are cold, mommy. But it's fine. No, I'll handle it. It's fine. Take me higher.
Julia, the Lieutenant.
Handcuffs got flame. But he just
Arrival,
said my
PGK,
name.
pending mileage, 14.
Take me higher. I'm not scared of the fame, but I won't unleash motherfucking pain. Lord, inspire. Oh, take me, fuck me higher. Ooh. This is a mess, mess, mess but it wouldn't be nothing without this fucking transgender, transsexual man, woman. I don't give a f- what you gonna call me. But God knew. God knew. Okay. Do you want me really to
I haven't done shit to you, so I don't know why you're acting like that with me now. Because
That's crazy.
I've been cool with you.
A nose job, BBL, lipo, under chin lipo. Damn, girl, you thick, girl. But not even in a good way. You're built like a brick.
At least mine is real.
Mine feels real and God loves
Yours
it.
is not real.
Huh?
Yours is not real.
But guess what? They all want to it.
That's
And
personal. I don't judge how you live your personal life.
Oh, you're being so mean to a trans girl. I can't believe you as a fucking woman are not going to validate my womanhood.
You're the one that started it.
You're challenging my womanhood. Let's go. You challenged my sit the f down. You want to challenge my womanhood? Bitch, I don't even got to get up out of here. What's up?
How am I challenging your womanhood? Please tell me.
You want to fuck up? Come here. Come here now.
Relax.
Come here.
Relax.
Oh, you're gonna hide behind. Oh, you wanna hide? Oh, you wanna hide behind there? Oh, you're gonna hide? I got a fucking army at my disposal. Dracarys! I'm unburned. Try it.
Girl, this is not Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not.
According to the court records, Nikita was taken to a Miami jail. She faced charges of misdemeanor disorderly conduct and felony battery of a law enforcement officer. During her hearing, Nikita asked Judge Mindy Glazer if she still had to stay in the men's unit. Glazer responded, "Yeah, I don't make the rules up there."
Ma'am, you were arrested for battery on a corrections officer, disorderly conduct, battery on a law enforcement officer, disorderly conduct, and then a battery in violation of a county city ordinance. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
It looks like the defendant.
Nikita, please do not make any statements or comments while we're here in court.
You want me to
about
call
what
you
happened
Miss?
In your case, okay?
Or what would you prefer me to address you as? Your title?
She.
Can't hear. I'm
So
sorry.
it looks like she's here
Oh,
on.
she and her.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Thank you.
It looks like she's here on vacation.
Oh, from New York.
Right, and there was an incident at the hotel.
So let me read what happened. The Good Times Hotel. You're going to order that you stay away from the Good Times Hotel. Do you have to go there to get your personal belongings?
I do.
All right. So you're not allowed to go back there, but you can return there to get your personal belongings. Otherwise, you got to stay away from there. And if you go there to get your personal belongings, I don't know, you want to stay away with her? She doesn't live here.
I mean, I think that she caused trouble at the hotel. I don't think they want her back there. And I don't think it's too restrictive.
All right, so just go there to get your personal belongings. You should go with a police officer, okay?
Thank you so much. I would like to thank the staff. They've been very lovely.
Do you have money to post the bond?
How much is it?
I don't know.
I was thinking 1,000 count 1, and then 500 2 and 3.
That's fine.
I might have to check.
$1,000 count 1, 500 count 2, 500 count 3.
Judge, would you consider an ROR?
I can't do that for this charge. I'm sorry.
And the defendant's not from here, so.
I can't. I got to set a bond. It's a $2,000 bond. If there's any reason you can't afford to pay a bond, use the free phone at the jail to call the public defender's office, and they can readdress this with your division judge. All right?
And Your Honor, may I ask one question?
Sure.
Do I have to stay here in the men's unit still?
Yeah, I don't make the rules up there, but they should make a proper accommodation for you. You should be in a separate area. You can contact the bondsman to try and get you out. Miss Corey, do you want to note your file that makes you to follow up to make sure she's able to get hold of a bondsman to bond out?
Fiona, can you repeat the bond?
Sure. It's $1,000 count 1 for the battery on the law enforcement officer.
A representative of Nikita's said about the situation, quote, "The situation with Nikita, who is legally female, being placed in a men's unit of a Florida jail is extremely disturbing and dangerous. This decision, made by the Miami-Dade County Corrections Department, directly violates their protocol, which mandates that transgender inmates are classified and housed based on safety needs and gender identity," end quote. Nikita submitted a bond and was released from jail. On November 20th, in a now-deleted Instagram post, Nikita thanked fans for their love and support. She said she'd be stepping back from posting for the foreseeable future. She made no mention of the arrest and did not acknowledge or apologize to those she harassed and assaulted. Nikita didn't post for 2 months, and then in January of 2023, she dropped something that shocked everyone. Through a promotional video on her Instagram, she announced that she was joining OnlyFans. Please note I have removed the music from the following video for copyright reasons.
Mine's bigger.
The caption of her post read, quote, "Proud to say that yes, I have a dick. Yes, I just launched an OnlyFans. And yes, I'm going to show it. Link in my bio." End quote. Most of the content on OnlyFans is monetized via monthly subscriptions, tips, and pay-per-view. People could subscribe to Nikita's OnlyFans for $24 to see her content, but some of those who did complained that all they got was Instagram 2.0. One YouTuber complained that Nikita's OnlyFans content was just like what she normally posts on Instagram. It wasn't exclusive content. Instead, Nikita added a second paywall and started sending around 3-second semi-blurred videos to her subscribers for sale, each clip costing around $40 to $60. She also turned off the comments to avoid any criticism. Fans were disappointed and accused Nikita of a cash grab. It seemed like all of Nikita's antics over the years were coming back to haunt her when in 2023, Dragun Beauty announced that it would stop its operations. Nikita's former talent manager and president of Slash Management, Jake Webb, said that his management company parted ways with Dragun Beauty a year ago due to different overall values and standards for how they treat partners. He went on to say that after her controversial arrest incident, it was hard to say if the company would operate in the future. Her former talent manager went on to say, quote, "As a partner in Dragun Beauty, I can confirm the business is generally on hiatus at the moment, and I'm not sure it will linger much longer unless it gets someone who's willing to buy the brand to keep it from going insolvent." Ultimately, Dragun Beauty was driving sales, not from Nikita, but in spite of her, through traditional marketing strategies and omni-channel approaches. She kept pummeling the brand with crisis PR around her antics, which ultimately hurt our ability to scale with partners like Ulta Beauty and Urban Outfitters. While we were able to launch the brand off of Nikita's license and IP, most of the sales were driven by our affiliate community we were able to build out through the brand ethos. This should be a cautionary tale about investing in talent-driven brands too early in talent careers before said talent have demonstrated a consistency in their behavior, goals, and mentality in order to become the kind of partner who can scale a brand towards exit. The space is flooded with talent brands, and there's not enough room or demand for them all. End quote. Nikita never commented about Dragun Beauty coming to an end. She just moved on. Only a few months later, in summer of 2023, Nikita traveled to Israel, where she posted that she loves Jesus and Israel. She also posted photos of herself by the Dead Sea. In February of 2024, Nikita posted to her Instagram, quote, "I have been sharing my life since high school. I have been through many physical transformations publicly. I have been so many different things to so many different people, but never once knowing who I truly am. It took my world crashing to pieces to find my true self again. This past year, I have lived my life in solitude, attempting to find my inner peace, trying to find me again. Life is not without pain, struggles, and hardships, but if you really look inside yourself, you will always find the strength to get through. Thank you for always embracing me every time, no matter what, and understanding that I am just human, never defined by my past. I am not my illness." End quote. This was met with mixed reactions. Some followers supported her and told her they loved her forever. One supporter said, "Mental health and illness and drug usage, whether it's narcs or her prescriptions, can cause manic episode psychosis due to lack of sleep and alcohol. Be kind, you guys. We don't know what demons people fight within, and it's none of any of your business to figure it out." But others did not support her. One comment read, quote, "Y'all love acting out and then blaming it on a mental illness like that's an excuse to be disorderly. That entire thing was a hot fucking mess, the way she used her being trans as a way to make the police look at fault for arresting her. The way she acted, none of it was okay, disorder or not, and maybe if you're that unhinged, you shouldn't be strutting around Miami acting like you run shit. Take some mental health time away from being a public spectacle if you're so aware that you're this unhinged. That wasn't a breakdown. That was you being entitled and acting like nobody could touch you because you're, quote, Nikita Dragun. Y'all swear every day of your life is Bad Girls Club just because you got some followers and money. Then the moment reality hits you and you realize you can still be prosecuted for acting out, here comes the mental illness stories, and then y'all gaslight folks who really struggle to regulate their disorders but at least try. All because they don't buy these ChatGPT excuses. Hot mess. Like most influencers, Nikita continued to post random content that didn't have much to do with anything. Then in May of 2024, she posted what seemed like she hoped would be a gotcha moment, in which she is being recorded on the street, and a man exiting a car says to her, "That's an outfit." Nikita replied, "Thanks, I got it from your mom." The man responded, "She's dead," to which Nikita replied, "Exactly."
Outfit.
Huh?
That's an outfit.
Thanks, I got it from your mom.
She's dead. Exactly.
Nikita posted that video with the caption, "Exactly," but no one was a fan. Instead, many of the comments told her she was being rude, hateful, and what she said wasn't nice to say about somebody's dead parent. In 2024, it seems that most influencers are trying to stay relevant with skeptical audiences who don't fully trust them anymore and promote excess sponsorships or affiliate links or turn to religion, as they no longer have their once multi-million-dollar brands due to their shady antics. Nikita started as a pioneer, breaking barriers on YouTube by being brave enough to share her journey and proudly accepting herself as a transgender woman. She built a brand about loving her authentic self and raising awareness for transgender people, and she earned the respect of millions for it. But her antics over the years would turn many off and away from her brand, so much so that she lost over 1.3 million followers, representation from her management company, and even lost Dragon Beauty. All of this happening in the span of just 10 years. This has been the cautionary tale of Nikita Dragun. Don't forget to download Delete Me now using the link in the description box or the QR code. Thank you to Delete Me for sponsoring this video.